Hello my dear friends. So in looking at all the Mini Brands and MiniVerse releases, one of the series that totally slipped past me is the Mini Little Tikes. With 3 different series already released, I've definitely got some catching up to do. Although, I'm not sure I'll end up collecting them all, but I am curious to see what they're all about. So here's the plan. I've got 4 capsules from Series 3, 4 capsules from Series 2, and then let me tell you a little story about Series 1. My original goal was to open 4 of these sealed Series 1 capsules, but that didn't quite work out. For one, finding a sealed Series 1 is nearly impossible. I searched through my closet and I could only find 1 of these unopened Series 1 and 2 of these loose minis, all from a PR package. I didn't have much luck online either. I only found 1 on eBay, which should arrive the day before this video goes live, so if it gets here in time, I will include it. And then I found and I ordered 1 from Mercari, or however you pronounce that. But anyway, I did purchase that one and it should have arrived in time. It's just that the seller didn't ship it fast enough, so that won't be here until 2 days after I post this video. But anyway, let's go back to the beginning and finally open Series 1 for the very first time. I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we do, I just wanted to mention that this series comes with 12 little tikes, which is a pretty small collection, especially compared to the Mini Brand series. As you can tell, they do not open very easily, and it's kind of frustrating. It reminds me of some series from Mini Brands that do exactly the same thing. So there was blue wrapping and the ball itself is also blue. I gotta say, I really like the design on these balls compared to Mini Brands, for example, which is just a plain white capsule. So inside you get 2 little boxes containing the miniatures, or should I say the boxes themselves are the miniatures, but the actual product is in there too. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And then you also get 2 blue little pouches. 2 little pieces of plastic here that have a sun on them, and I'm guessing these will be some sort of tables for our miniatures. Alright, so these pieces are a little bit different. Isn't it funny that this Series 1 was actually released, I think, in 2022? So it's been a while, and I just now opened one for the very first time. Probably to some of you, you're like, well, I know exactly what those things are for, and I'm gonna find out in a little bit too. Because there's a little pamphlet here. This is very nice and I was pretty close, but you can turn your capsule into a display. You know what I just noticed, and it's interesting that there's no collector's guide. Unless the collector's guide is in one of these boxes, we'll find out in a little bit. So basically this piece goes in here, and then one of these 2 pieces goes on top, which creates a little bit of a table, or I guess it transforms this whole half a capsule into a little nook. And then you get this little piece and you put it in the top part. That's, of course, if I can find the hole. There it is. So you really got to push it in there. And I think now you put this other piece over here. By the other piece, I mean the other half. Last but not least, this other part of the table, or the display. And look at that. You have yourself a perfect little display. There's absolutely no waste except the wrapping that went around these. And that's really cool. I like it a lot, and I appreciate them thinking outside the box. And even the ball, I'm guessing that's why it was designed so nicely, so that it looks cool. Now let's test it out and see. Does it stand by itself? Oh yeah. And then you would put your minis in here. I mean, come on. That is pretty cool. So the first miniature we got is the school bus, easy access school bus with 7 tots. That's cute. Little tikes, big play. By the way, I did not know what tikes means. So for everyone else out there that English is their second language, I'm gonna put the definition up here so you can also learn something new just like me. Let's open it and see what miniature we have in there. That's of course if I can figure out how to open it without ruining it. This is a lot heavier than I thought it would be, which is a very good sign for some reason. I don't know why we humans always think that whatever is heavy means it's good quality. I mean, I guess usually that's the case, so yeah. So here's our little bus with the little tots in there. It seems like this stop sticker is not perfectly centered, but we can fix that, right? Maybe not. Sometimes your fingers might do a better job than tweezers. Never forget that. I should probably put it on a t-shirt or something. Much better, right? If you're wondering, yes, the wheels actually turn. Oh, I'm glad to see that, by the way. 2022 MGA because I wasn't exactly 100% sure that it was made in 2022. So it is a cool and cute miniature, I guess, but there's no thing I can compare it with because I do not know how this looks in real life. Now let's check out the other one real quick. So this one is a airplane. The box looks pretty much the same on all sides. Cute little airplane. I'm really curious, how do these actually look, in real life? So you know what, let me pull up an image on my computer real quick. Well, I couldn't find the airplane, but I did search for the school bus, and I gotta say, it's pretty darn accurate. Okay, up next we're gonna open Series 2, which was released in 2023. This one also comes with 12 to collect. Apparently they did not add more to the Series 2 collection, and also the packaging looks more or less the same. They did add the MiniVerse logo to the wrapping, which was not the case for Series 1. Compared to Series 1, the capsule is identical. There's not much difference there. And I'm curious to see if the miniatures inside are actually a little bit different. And hopefully this time they also included a collector's guide because I didn't see one in Series 1. We got a bulldozer toy, and I guess you can say that the packaging is a little bit more detailed because it's more clear, and it also has the 1 to 5 years over here. It's pretty much the same on all sides. Very simple packaging. We're gonna have a closer look at it in a little bit. Then once again we have this little pamphlet that shows us how to turn our capsule into a nice little display. And would you look at that? This time they actually included a collector's guide. So it's very shiny, very glossy, but here you have all the miniatures that you can expect to get out of this series. Are there 12? Oh, okay, there's more on this other side. I was like, that doesn't look like 12. A pretty small collection compared to Mini Brands, for example. You know what, since we're here, might as well mark that one as found, and also that one because that is a family car. So the bulldozer and the family car. I gotta blow on it because it's so glossy, I think it might actually... Oh, never mind. I thought the marker might have a hard time drying properly. Okay, and like I said, we have a family car. We're gonna check it in a little bit. This one is for 1 to 4 years old. And then the two little pouches, which I'm gonna open real quick because I'm really curious to see if it's pretty much exactly the same or if something changed. Yeah, so it's exactly the same pieces. Nothing changed, even the design is the same, the little sun. And here, I don't think I showed you guys, it has some little stars. Wait a second, I think I just discovered something. First, let's open this because I need it out of the package. Check this out. I think you can put that... No, never mind. See those little things that hold it? I thought they're gonna hold it really nice and snug. I think this one goes up here. So for some reason, I thought it's deep enough that the box will be behind and then this table will be clear to put a little toy over there. Well, here's the little toy, the little bulldozer, and guess what? It's functional, which I really appreciate compared to a lot of the Mini Brands toys and the Mini Brands miniatures that are not functional. These were released in 2022. Well, never mind, these were 2023. But still, I think those are functional too. And they came up with functional miniatures. And also, it's pretty... Wait, what? Well, this little man just jumped out of his bulldozer. God, there's so many little things on these miniatures. Okay, that's a little better. We got this little thing, I think they call it a tot. Apparently you can remove them from their little toys. So if I can remove this from the bulldozer, can I remove these guys? Nope, these are glued in there. But you can remove the top part, so that's good, I guess. So far, just looking at this one toy, it does seem like there's a little bit of an improvement in quality. So that's really good. And I'm actually curious now to see how Series 3 will be. But before that, let's open the family car. So this situation here is a little bit different because the car is in here. And then we got the little people, or the family, should I say, in this little pouch here. Here's the car with the little Tikes logo here on the back. And also, check this out, I was right once again, it was released in 2023. I'm also guessing the top of the car comes off. So this back part came off pretty easy, but this front part does not want to move at all. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. I don't want to break it. So here's our beautiful family. I'm trying to turn this one so you can see all of them at the same time, but they're so tiny. They're so tiny. They're actually so tiny that they make me speak in a lower volume. I don't know why, as if I'm afraid to bother them or something. I mean, do you guys see how tiny they are? I mean, I'm trying to figure out which one is the front, which one is the back. I'm guessing this part here is the back, this is the front. Yep. Okay, that one didn't work. Let's probably just put them all in there, and then we can get them all situated in their place. I don't know what type of family this is because they all look exactly the same age. So we're gonna put this blonde one in the passenger side. That one is pretty much okay the way it is over there. This guy is, I don't know what he's trying to do here in the back. This fella over here, oh, he was good. Kind of. So here it is, the complete family car. You know what I think I'm going to try to do? Every time I show you one of these and we get towards the end part, I'm going to also bring up an image of the real product, if I can find it, so that you guys can compare it and see how close it is to the actual thing. All right, up next, we're going to open Series 3, and they did change the package quite a bit for this one. As you can see here on top, MiniVerse logo is a lot bigger, while Mini Little Tikes is a lot smaller. It seems like they might have divided the collection into different categories, because it says over here there's an ultra rare one. And speaking of that, they also increased the collection size. Now there's 18 to collect in total. So let's see what we have inside. Also, it seems like the second layer of wrapping is quite different. It's not just a plain, blue type of wrapping, which makes it look very similar to the way we know MiniVerse to be nowadays. And when it comes to the actual capsule, the design remained pretty much exactly the same, which makes sense. It's a good design. If it's not broken, why fix it? Seems like we have a little house. Oh, Tyke's Place. Let's put it over here. It's so funny how as soon as we open the ball, we already know what we got. We got the little thing that explains how to do it. A collector's guide that looks much better than the previous one. We got the two little blue pouches, which once again, these contain the pieces to build the display case out of the capsule. And then we have our second matcher, which is a party kitchen. So let's start with this one. It would seem like even the boxes evolved a little bit, whereas the other ones were just almost exactly identical on all sides. This one has the front and the back matching, and then the sides are a little bit different. So let's just open it and see what's inside. I mean, we know what's inside. Let's just see how it looks. When I saw this plastic pouch, for a second I thought there's no more white paper wrapping, but I was wrong. Alright, well, this is definitely a step above the other ones. Even inside there, they have a little cardboard with what's inside the fridge, and it's a lot of moving parts. I mean, look, even this one comes out like that to actually support this top part. We have two burners, a little sink, a phone here. I can only guess and say that it looks very similar to the real size version. I mean, to the life size version. So we have a little chair. These, I think, are bowls, although they're not very bowl looking, at least not from the top part. These over here are supposed to be cups. We're drinking water or pop, or whatever you want to drink, juice. Two plates. I'm guessing this is a little flower that goes on your table. And then this looks to be a mug, a little mug for coffee or something. And it's incredibly easy to lose one of them. I just dropped this bowl a couple minutes ago. I already forgot about it. Okay, let me carefully put them down. So this one also comes with a lot of pieces. By the looks of it, those are chairs. So it's a little table, little chairs. I don't even know what that could be if the table is that tiny. Or is that a couch? Oh no, it's one of those, what do you call them, high chairs or something for babies. The ones that they eat at and make a big mess. If it's okay with you guys, I don't think I'm gonna pull these out of this package because I do not want to lose them. If it helps visualize how tiny they are, look at my thumb. You can literally fit these on my nail. I mean, seriously, look at that. My nail could be a dining room. So So here's the Mini Little Tikes dollhouse. I have a feeling that all of these miniatures, you know, the real size version, the real life version of them, I think they kind of look like that. They don't necessarily go for detail or anything. They go more for, I don't know, sturdiness, simplicity. Maybe they're a little bit cheap too compared to something like a Barbie house or, you know, things like that. And I'm saying that because it seems to me they kind of follow the same style. Well, I could have sworn these were released in 2024, but I guess I am wrong. These were released exactly the same year as Series 2, which is 2023. Maybe Series 2 was released in January 2023 and these were released in December 2023. Either way, pretty cool miniature. We're gonna have a look at the collector's guide now. Let me just put this over here. So design-wise, the collector's guide looks a lot better. So here are all the 18 miniatures you can collect from this series. Again, same style, very basic, very, I don't even know what to call it, like cartoonish or kiddish looking. I think kiddish is a word for something else. I don't know why, but yeah, I think these are toys that are made from that type of plastic where you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. Or maybe I just have no clue what I'm talking about. What I do know is how to mark these as found. So we have the Tikes place. And then, oh, it's not the kitchen, it's the party kitchen. Well, excuse me. So since I didn't get the Series 1 ball that I ordered, well, yet, there's still a little bit of time left, we are going to have a look at these, which were loose. They came in a PR package along with the other one that we just opened. So here we have a Cozy truck. As you can see, the package from Series 1, it lacks a little bit. I mean, it's kind of pixelated, but let's just check its contents. I think we can throw this away. That is much better. And then maybe this one can stay like this. I think this is the coolest one so far. Look at that. Nice colors, very nice paint job. Of course, the wheel is turned. Yeah, this one is really cute, very detailed. That's one thing I noticed, that the paint job on this one is absolutely spectacular. Oh, look at that. You can remove it and make it a convertible. What's that in there? I'm guessing it's just a piece of paper. Yep, it's a little piece of cardboard. All right, let's put it back together and open the next one. So this is the Lily Tikes 2-in-1 turtle sandbox and pool. The box itself looks really nice. This is the nicest looking one so far, I think. So it includes 2-in-1 turtle sandbox and pool, sunshade or lid, 2 sand molds, bucket, sand rake, squirting fish, and 3 colors of moldable sand. And I also doubt that we're gonna get any of those. We're probably just gonna get this outer part. But you never know. One thing I know for sure, we're not going to get the sand. Well, this is really tiny, but really, really cute. Look at that face. Let's see, do we get all the... Nope. We do not get all the accoutrements. We just get the little pool. So basically what they're trying to say is that this doubles as a sandbox or a pool, right? So you put sand in it, it's a sandbox. You put water in it, it's a pool. You put water and sand in it, it's a mess. It's a very big mess. I'm really sad, by the way, that there's no collector's guide for Series 1. You know what I just realized? I think this is the only MiniVerse series that are actually just finished miniatures and not something that comes in pieces and, you know, you have to build them yourself. I have the feeling I already said that earlier on. And if I did, sorry. Seems like we got a duplicate already, and I'm curious. Oh man, okay. So I guess you always get 2 of the same, or at least I did. Yeah, I don't think they mix them up. If you get a bulldozer, you're gonna get a family car as well. I'm not going to pull them out because what's the point, right? I mean, they're exactly the same. There's nothing to look at per se. I'd rather actually spend more time when we do get new ones rather than, you know, just spend time on these ones which are duplicates. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. You know what's MiniVerse's problem? They make these little things too narrow. I think I might have mentioned this when opening, you know, MiniVerse Diner or Cafe series. They need to make them a little bit wider because, look, you pinch it and you take it and then there's no way to break the other part, you know? You know what I mean? It's just too narrow. There we go, finally. At least it unzipped nicely, so I'm gonna give them points for that. I mean, Series 3 in general is a lot easier to open than Series 2 or 1. Oh, okay. New stuff. We got a dump truck. And we got a recycling truck. That's pretty cool the way they combine them like that. So let's start with the dump truck. It's for kids that are 1 year and up. Sides are a little bit different, each sold separately. It's kind of sad sometimes that you have to put things like this because people will go after you. If they see it on the box, it must be inside or something, you know? They look like construction workers. Here's our dump truck. Very impressive how it actually even pivots like this, or whatever you call that move. And even this part over here. Isn't that amazing? I'm telling you, MiniVerse is doing impressive things sometimes. And I really wish mini brands would do things like this as well, like functional stuff. And I get it. These are a little bit bigger maybe, and you just get 2 in each ball. And I honestly forgot what the price was. I'm guessing it's around the same price as mini brands, but I'm sure people would like if they could get, let's say, a series of mini brands that's almost the same price, and you get 2 or 3 miniatures inside, but they're very detailed. They're actually functioning. They're working. You can open, if it's a bottle, you can actually open it. Personally, I would like that option to be able to go a little bit more detailed or to just get the regular ones. But anyway, unfortunately, that's not my decision. Look at these 2 little guys. Just as tiny as the other ones. I wonder what you could do with them other than keep them in these miniatures, you know? Like they're too tiny to make a keychain or anything like that. So I don't know. Let's sleep on that. And for now, we're just gonna put them here in the dump truck. Okay, something like this. Took me a little bit, but I finally got them in there. This is the recycling truck. It's for ages 1 to 5. Seems like we also might get these little shape thingies to put in there and learn how to recycle through that. I think this one and the dump truck are my second favorites so far. First favorite is that one, Series 1. Cozy truck or whatever that was. Seems like it also pivots just like the dump truck, and it actually comes off too, which I didn't intend to do that. And then in here we have the little shapes and I guess 2 little tots. That's a little bottle. I'm guessing that's glass maybe. I'm not sure what that is. And these are jars. Oh, they look better on this other side. Yeah, that kind of looks like a jar, I think. Let's see if we can decipher these other ones better. If we turn them around. No, this one actually looks worse on the other side. This one looks good, it's just that I don't know what it is. Like, what is that? It looks like a grill of sorts. So is it like grease? Like fat and oil from cooking? Okay, now that I'm looking at the truck, it makes a lot more sense. That's a newspaper, so it's paper and jars, I guess. And these are cans and plastic container stuff thingies. The other cool part that I just noticed is that, look, these actually come up. So once you put your stuff in there, you can actually get them out through here. And in my opinion, this is very, very nice attention to detail right here. Well, let's try it out real quick. Look, they don't even fit unless you put them like that. That is crazy. Will they actually come out? Is it big enough? Okay, we got 1. We got 2. I wonder why they don't come out. Maybe the shapes are a little too big. Okay, there we go. Finally got it out. Let's put these little guys in here. Okay, you know what? This is just me wasting time at this point. It's so annoying because they're so tiny and they just slip everywhere, like with the smallest move. Like, I'm tempted to just glue them in there, to be honest. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'll just put it down here, like so. Maybe get all these shapes in there real quick. Okay, now we're gonna move to the next one. And we're going back to Series 2. We got some new stuff, a wheelbarrow, and a little handy worker. Well, these are very cute, and both of them kind of go together once again. Here's the wheelbarrow. It's for ages 1.5 to 5 years old. And by the way, I did a little digging on these because I was curious, why didn't MiniVerse make deals with other companies to make miniature stuff? And I found out that they technically didn't have to strike a deal with Little Tikes because in 2006, MGA, the company that owns MiniVerse, actually bought Little Tikes. So they're under the same company now, which means they didn't have to strike any deal at all. Anyway, just thought that was interesting. So we got a cute little wheelbarrow, which by the way, up until now, I thought it's wheelbarrow, as in B-A-R-E-L or R-R-E-L. I thought it's wheelbarrow for sure. Wait, is it? No, it's wheelbarrow. Interesting. Is that just me, or was there anyone else out there that thought it's wheelbarrow? Looking forward to your comments to hopefully find someone else that thought it's wheelbarrow and it's not just me. Either way, it seems like we also got a little shovel to go with it. So we're gonna put the shovel in the wheelbarrow and put it down here. Now let's check this one out. I hope it has those little pieces as well. Oh, the fact that there's a little pouch, a little plastic pouch with stuff in it, yeah, probably has those little pieces too. I mean, come on. That is absolutely incredible. Look at that. And once again, hope you don't mind, but I'm not going to pull them out of there. You can see them really nicely here through the package. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. I think I will pull them out. Look at this. It actually opens like that. Is that it? Kind of goes a little bit wider here, no? Okay, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it. So here it is. Yeah, in your dreams. I thought these would actually spin. Even though they don't spin, check this out. That thing actually lifts up. Isn't that cool? So technically, if you look here on the box, you could see that those, the screwdriver, the little thingy there, you can actually hang it on the side. And then that's where you hammer in the nails or the screws. And even though I'm sure the nails and the screws will go up here, it seems like the little tools don't have those little holes to put them over here. Which is fine. It's still a very cool miniature. It's still very, very detailed in my opinion. And to be honest with you, next time I'm in a store, I'm definitely going to go to the toy aisle and search for these because I'm curious to see how accurate they are to the miniatures. I mean, the other way around. How accurate the miniatures are to the real thing. Oh man, we got another dump truck. And I'm guessing this is a recycling trucky. Recycling truck, not recycling trucky. Oh well. No reason to pull them out of their package. I just realized now that I didn't mark the other ones I found for Series 2 and for Series 3, but that's fine because honestly I don't think I'm going to collect these. I mean, if another series comes out, I'm going to check it out, I'm going to open some, but overall I'm not going to collect them. I'm not going to try to complete the collection and so on. But anyway, let's go back to these. Open Series 2 now. Oh, okay. Something new. That's good. We got a table and chairs set. And over here we have a pull-along xylophone. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Let's start with this one. Fully assembled set includes 2 child-sized chairs. For a second there I thought it says includes 2 childs. I'm like, what? It's interesting how this is colored and then everything else is black and white. I think these chairs are the same size as the other one from Series 3. So this chair is a little bit bigger. Interesting. I'm guessing because that toy is for older kids. And here's a cute little table. There's nothing much to it. But again, if this is how that thing is in real life, like the real size version, then yeah, that's fine. The whole point of these miniatures is to imitate the real thing as much as possible. Let's see what we have here. Classic styling with durable plastic construction. See, exactly what I said. They're built to be classic and durable, I guess. It's interesting. This one is all color. The other one was, like I said, color in the front, everything else black and white. What in the world is this? So this is a little cardboard stand that you build to hold your xylophone when you're not using it. I mean, not you, but the kid. So let's pull it out of this thing. Okay, came out relatively easy. And then we kind of have to bend it inwards like that. All right, I think that's good enough. So it's a pull along, which means this is a rope, but it's actually plastic here, obviously. I think it looks pretty accurate, right? To what you can get in a store. There's not much else to it. Kids love these things though. Let's see how it fits on a little stand. I'm gonna hold it with my fingers so you can get an idea, but it's basically something like that. See, the problem is I cannot bend this hard enough. Maybe if I go back and forth. Yeah, there's no way it will stay more closed than this. You know what? Never mind. That will just take a little bit more time than I'm willing to offer it. Well, this might be the last ball we open in this video, unless, like I said, I'm getting the Mini Little Tikes Series 1 just in time on Friday to film it and then edit it and then have the video ready for you on Saturday morning. It is so funny to me how I will not know if that's the case until the very last minute, while you will literally find out in the next minute or so. Okay, something new. That's nice. That's nice. So we got a railroad ride-on, and then we got Lincoln logs, I'm guessing, but big life-size ones. Oh no, it's a log cabin. Never mind. Obviously, they're not respecting a certain type of scale here because, or should I say not respecting, but maybe following a scale, because I'm pretty sure this log cabin would not be the same size as the railroad ride-on, but the boxes are the same, so yeah. Tiny, but very cute. Even though it might seem like it, those little doors, I don't know what they are, windows, barn doors, it's those things that they're not windows, but they kind of close like a window. What was I saying? Even though they look like they're moving, they're actually not. Same with this one, same with these, same with that, but this one is moving, which is kind of like a little door. Look at that. So tiny, but it still works. And then there's nothing, never mind, what is that? What in the world could that be? I can't really tell what that is. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Is it like a thing to get up on, or is it just like a little table? I thought I broke it. I think it's just a little table, right? Because technically this is a kid's toy, so it's kind of like a little table to do arts and crafts, coloring, whatever they want to do. All right, now let's see what's in this one. Seems like we need to do a little bit of assembly. Well, this looks like a very, very fun little toy. If I was a kid, I would have probably enjoyed this a lot. The stickers are on point. Here on the side it says Little Tikes RR, which I guess stands for railroad. Very cute and very tiny. I really like it. So if you're hearing me say this, it means we have not received the Series 1 ball in time to film it for the video. Just kidding, I did receive it in time, but it was very close, so that's why I recorded that part just in case. So here it is, a brand new, unopened Mini Little Tikes Series 1. If it's a duplicate inside, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, not a duplicate. Took me a second to realize it. Here we have a jump and slide bouncer, and then over here we have the iconic rocking horse. I'm thinking maybe we should start with this one since it's going to be the easiest. You know what I'm wondering? How big is this actual box in the stores? So here it is. There's not much to it. It's just a little piece of plastic, I guess, that's molded and shaped exactly like the horse. I meant the rocking horse. Does it actually rock? You better believe it does. Once again, it's quite obvious they're not following a particular scale because this would be a very, very big box, even in miniature form. Unless... technically, this is inflatable, which means it would be, you know, deflated and packed nicely. So that would be really funny, actually, if inside it's not this actual thing. It's just a piece of deflated jumping house or castle or whatever you want to call this. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's the actual bouncing house or castle, or I honestly don't even know, what would you call this? A jumping thing? I mean, I know the official name is Jump and Slide Bouncer. Then maybe I guess that's what it should be called. Yeah, there's not much else I can say about it. I'm just really, really glad that I got to open another one of the Series 1. And since there was no collector's guide in there, that kind of confirms that Series 1 actually didn't have a collector's guide. And it wasn't just that first ball that didn't have one. And now, instead of doing the outro of this video all over again, I'm just going to switch back to me in the past. But anyway, like I said, I like these, but I don't think I'm going to collect them. However, if a new series comes up like Series 4, I'll definitely check it out. Now, let me know what you think about these and whether or not you are collecting them. And while you type that in the comment section, I want to thank you in advance for liking, commenting, and for subscribing. And now, as usual, You guys stay golden and keep on shining until the next video. Bye bye.